Yes, Ali here at 16 bits and pops. Yes, we're going back to the old school again. We've been doing this is the fourth time in a row now, and it's going to continue always the old school. First of all, a massive shout out and thanks to everyone who's been following, subscribing, commenting, liking. Lots of love. A special shout out today for Joke Crew / Joke FM, who have been showing me a lot of support this week by spreading the word. Lots of love. I was actually supposed to mention to one of the members, Mr. John Inchman, I was supposed to draw him out a little picture. He was going to do me an enthusiastic button. I was going to put it right about there. And the dial goes up. So when I say, let's get excited, let's show some enthusiasm, it pops up here and then loads of Sonic the Hedgehogs fly out, something like that. I didn't draw it, John, but thanks very much, my friend. So, let's get excited. Let's turn up the enthusiasm for Gunstar Heroes, 1993, Sega Mega Drive, critically acclaimed. Loads of people said it was the best game of the 16-bit era. They said it was the best run and gun for the time as well. I still reckon it is. Contra? Maybe. Gunstar Heroes for me. If you've played the game, you know, don't you? You know how good it is, and it's up there on your list as one of the all-time favourite run and gun games. So how did the game come about? Well, it started with a bunch of employees at Konami. A small team of about 6 programmers and designers. They were creative, they were imaginative, and they were full of enthusiasm. But Konami suppressed them. They said, we're making a lot of money from our sequels. And they weren't making sequels. They were making the Castlevania series, Contra, and the Turtle games, which were all great, but they felt they didn't want to make sequels anymore, and they were full of ideas. And when you look at Gunstar Heroes, it's so creative and imaginative. So they left in 1992 and they set up their own company, Treasure. And for anyone who knows Treasure, they know about it. They've made some great games, Dynamite Headdy, Alien Soldier, Mischief Makers, Radiant Silvergun, Bangai-O. So Treasure presented their idea to Sega, and they originally refused it, but they approved it and they embraced it a few months later because they were already making a game for Sega, McDonald's Treasure Island. So since they were making the game anyway, they thought, you know what, it is a good idea. Let's make that as well. So Treasure were making both games at the same time. They were making McDonald's Treasure Island and Gunstar Heroes, but they wanted to push Gunstar Heroes first. So it was their first title, and people knew what they were about. Gunstar Heroes, what a game! What a game! Yes. So Treasure, they'd already worked on Contra 3, but they wanted to work on the Mega Drive because they believed it was easier to program for. They said it was more powerful and it was friendlier to experiment on, and that's what Treasure needed to express their heavy visual effects. There's some crazy sprite rotations going on and the scaling capabilities to allow for level depth. And they worked out on a Mega Drive to do programming tricks, which allowed for their imaginative game design. And they made the scenery appear to have more layers than there actually were through clever programming and just working out things which they believed they wouldn't be able to do on the SNES. Gunstar Heroes, what's not to get enthusiastic about? It was frantic, it was fast, it was furious, it had advanced graphics, intense gameplay, and creative, imaginative levels, and huge bosses. Who remembers Seven Falls? Oh, what a boss! So what made Seven Falls such a memorable boss? Well, it was a transforming machine piloted by Green that could transform it into 7 unique forms. Each transformation had different moves, vitality, and patterns. After the soldier pattern, they were random. It turned into a Tails machine gun, a tiger, a pinwheel, a crab, an eagle, even a massive big gun which would blast. It also made an appearance in their later game, Alien Soldier. And I just want to mention a new game, just briefly, just for a few seconds, Cupheads. That's a great game. It's also a run and gun, but their bosses do a lot of similar things to what Gunstar Heroes did in transformation and randomness. You never know what you're going to get. They kind of transformed into different things and the different patterns, and it's quite similar to the ideas that Treasure came up with. So the aim of the game to stop an evil empire from recovering 4 powerful gems. It was 2-player, but you also got to choose between red Gunstar and blue Gunstar using a free or fixed position firing stance. So when you'd pick your firing stance, if you wanted fixed or free, you had 4 shot types and they could be combined with one another. And that just meant you had loads of different combinations. You had the homing shot, you had a lightning blaster, a flamethrower, and a machine gun. And then you had all the weapons. You had the jump, you had the slide attack. You can grab the enemies, you can throw them, and you can do loads of acrobatic maneuvers. My favourite part of the game, the underground cart level. Do you remember that? Do you remember that level where you were chasing the train and it was rammed full of those enemies, like the little minions that would be jumping off a train and firing at you, and you would be on the tiny little cart and you'd be jumping upside down and the normal way up, and the screen would flip between horizontal and vertical, and it was fast, and there was so many sprites on the screen. There was so much action going on at the same time, and followed by the boss with 7 falls. What a memorable level. But it had some great other little levels in there as well. There's a great battle on a helicopter which took place, and there's a board game level where you got to throw a dice, and it would, depending on what number you got on the dice, it would reveal a level on the board game. And it had loads of humour in there. There's loads of little funny bits in there, but it was the imaginative ideas from Treasure which made up probably the mining cart level, one of the best levels I think I've had in the game. So, Gunstar Heroes from Treasure, mental ideas, crazy ideas, loved them all, and that's what made it the game. That's why it's so critically acclaimed. That's why it still stands the test of time. We're going back to '93, and it still looks wicked. Go and play the game. You've got to check it out. And if you've played it, I bet you want to play it again. I want to play it again. Do you know what? I'm going to play it. And, I forgot to mention, it was the first import game I ever had. Wait a minute. Yeah, so Gunstar Heroes was my first import game ever. And it was so random as well. We lived in South London, and my dad, every Sunday, he would go to East Street Market, which was just off at Old Kent Road. There was a market there, and he would buy fruit and veg and whatever. I can't remember. But I was drawn to this shop, this random shop. And it was full of computer games, and it was full of import games. And I walked into the shop, and one box just stuck out. And it was Gunstar Heroes. And the box was amazing because it looks completely different to the PAL version. The box artwork were always different. And the Japanese version was, in this case, way better. It was manga style. It had red Gunstar and blue Gunstar, in their stances, drawn beautifully, and I was drawn to the box, and that's why I picked it up. And I picked up the game. My dad bought it for me, and I came home and I put it in my Mega Drive, and it didn't fit because of a cartridge slot. It's different, but there's a hack. You can cut the top left and right hand corners of a Mega Drive, and that would allow you to put Japanese games in. And that's how I knew about the game. I don't know how I would have known about the game otherwise. Maybe through a games magazine or something, because obviously we didn't have I wasn't using the internet then, probably from a games magazine, but I had no idea about the game. The game was a random purchase because of our artwork, and I looked on the back of the box and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. So, thanks for watching. That was today's little video, Gunstar Heroes 93 by Treasure. And what a treasure they are! Yes, thanks for watching so much. You know what it is. 60 bits of pops! Yes!